Across England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, people in the Parkinson's community are making life better. They're supporting others, spreading hope and making change happen. That's why the Community Awards exist, to recognise these incredible unsung heroes and thank them for making a difference in the Parkinson's community.
So when I found out Mum was nominated for a community award, we were sat at Parkon together. They were talking about the community awards and I remember thinking, that's pretty cool. I wonder if Mum can get that one day. And then up came her face. And it was so overwhelming. Hand on heart, I was actually shocked, very shocked.
How did I feel when I got nominated? I was overwhelmed, totally out of the blue. I shed more than one tear. Really fantastic.
The Community Awards recognise that all actions, large and small, can have a positive impact on the lives of others. From a simple cup of tea and comforting conversation to organising and running local activities and everything in between.
What was the nomination for? I suppose for the research I've been involved in. There was one that was all about well-being and done some research about taking different samples. I've done lots of things online to talk about my experience and about my progression of Parkinson's and how it affects me. Yeah, it's horrendous when you first find out. Of course, it was the worst year of my life, my first year. And the only way I've been able to be positive about it is through the people I've met here. When I started accepting it and I started getting more involved with Parkinson's UK, and I was becoming more positive and more bubbly about it and almost like embracing this Parkinson's.
You became my mum again.
Yeah. I did, didn't I? I did become your mum again.
Yeah, you came back.
I did.
I was nominated for a community award for being an everyday hero. I give talks to newly diagnosed. I've got all that experience, and if I can pass that on to newly diagnosed and tell them that there is life after being diagnosed, it's not the end of the world, and if I can pass on my experience, all well and good.
So what inspired Parkinson's UK to launch the Community Awards? We all know somebody who does something amazing in support of people living with and affected by Parkinson's. They are the unsung heroes, and that's what the Community Awards seeks to achieve. It's to celebrate and recognise all the unsung heroes from across the UK who are doing amazing things all the time in support of people living with and affected by Parkinson's.
What does it mean to me about being awarded this community award? Something that I'm very, very proud of. The actual badge is small, but what it represents is something that, like I say, really, really proud of.
So what inspired me to keep doing what I'm doing? When I saw my children, they were doing so much research themselves and trawling through all sorts of things because that was their way. I now realise their coping mechanism. And when I saw them doing all that, and I was kind of like, come on, we can do this together, you can do this. And I went through that door of Parkinson's UK, and then since then, so many doors have opened and so many opportunities have come my way, it's unbelievable. And that's what's inspired me.
How do I feel when I read the nominations that come in? You can't help but be emotionally moved by what people are doing. And let's not forget, it's invariably people doing something for strangers, often. And that in itself is an extraordinary act of kindness.